All right, go take it away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tales of the Forgotten Sea, where we are playtesting in front of you a brand new tabletop roleplay game of my creation. This is the same thing they say every single time we open this episode. Not today, I have also another news. We are joined by Leo that is going to play a new character. A little bit of mystery on that, but he will join us very soon, and you can see them in their shiny new, I will say, look. In the meantime, let's see what's happened so far. Last where we left off, we got our people finally leaving Learburg behind. You get your meeting with the leader of the Fatwa Concord. You got the Senator Graves, to be precise. You get you manage the people of Charles Vane transporting in things without being snatched away by the things that live in the cargo hold. Also, you saw someone be snatched away, and there was probably one of Charles Vane's men that he was following you and also started to overhear some of the conversation you guys had. Something that you didn't want to share, and apparently Geraldine was right there, ready to intervene just in time. That's great. Not for him, of course. For him, it wasn't great. um, you guys had quite the night, I will say, and you left the port behind. The harbor is now just a little dot in the distance. The wind is pushing your sails, and the captain is behind the wheel, just leading towards north, circumnavigating Valonia, the islands of Valonia, just in order to pretend to go north, in order to later move towards the east to reach Aegeus. At least that's the plan. However, it's not going to be a straightforward line because you need probably one stop or two in order to make sure that you have enough provision to get in there without any problem. Plus, a little problem, mm, let's say, is slowing you down a little bit. The problem is a family. And don't call it as a problem in terms of what a burden, what a burden, but actually it's more like, okay, we need to deal with this as fast as possible to avoid any other complication later. And this family is the Zulfuros family because Miguel had children. So, Miguel, we start the game with you today because at a certain point you are going to be called by the captain just to have a quick chat. In the meantime, as I said, she is holding the wheel and she just, you know, the, navigating the ship. So, Adrienne, take it away.
All right, I walk in. Captain, you wanted to speak to me?
Duh, yes, yes. She look around. Is okay if we speak here, or do you prefer intimacy or cabin?
Oh, no, this works. Looks around. Is there anyone listening?
There is a couple of sailors just tending the sails and etc. And a little bit more closer on the left side, opposite to you, there is of course Kuhan, the first mate.
Right, I don't mind them listening. You guys are gonna be probably gonna finding out more about me anyways. So, what do you like to know? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so I mentioned you that I have a person that maybe can help. They are not with us, but they are usually the one that after we acquire things, he makes sure that those things hit the market and their our name is not connected to them. You know what I mean?
I get an idea. I get the gist.
Okay, so at this moment, this person is in Saria, is working for me, and I can send a message. So my idea is to send them to family and bring family to Aegeus towards official route without, you know, too much of suspicious. Is that something that you will agree upon?
Yeah, I I don't want I don't want them caught up in all of the things that all of the things that I've gotten myself tied into. And I get the feeling we have made some enemies that may or may not use that against me.
Yeah.
So
So I need to know a couple of things. First of all, how many they are and how can I reach them if they live somewhere specifically and etc. So I can, the message need to be precise and
yeah.
also coded so they can take the right path.
All right. It's for three people. Uh, mostly, hopefully three, but at the very least two. It's I have it's my mom and my daughter and son. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Um, Everything is possible. Arrange only three people. Yeah, that can be good.
that's good.
Uh, my contact there, Craven, is the one that's going to take care of it. Um, the problem is I can't contact him directly right now. We need to get to the next port. I'm going to send a message from there, and we leave. It's going to be another couple of days, but as soon as we reach port, I'm going to have direct message to him, and they will meet us back to where we're going. Sometimes memory. Tessiki.
That sounds all right. Appreciate the haste that you can do.
Yeah, there is something I wanted to tell you because, of course, I feel that just giving something important like family into hand of someone that you don't know, it can be daunting. So there is a ritual that I can perform, but is it's complicated manner.
How so?
I need energy from other people, and I need blood of someone connected to the person that
Ah,
the ritual is, involved with. Um, when the ritual is going on, it's going to be almost like I'm here, but I'm not here. But you can see what's going on there. Uh, it's is Ugrian dialect. It's Sualvara Kun. That means, oh, how you translate it? A mind that watches from afar, but is spirit is there. Do I make sense?
So if I'm hearing you correctly, is you are going to cast a ritual to visually kind of astral project yourself to see where what's happening with my family. But you're
Yes.
here physically, but you're not here mentally, like
Spiritual.
spiritually. Yes.
Yes. And when I'm
Okay.
there, you and the other people in room need to lend your energy to me in order to maintain connection.
Okay.
But also, when we do that, you can tell me what to tell them, how to influence what's going on. So maybe you wanna send a message directly to child. I can pass the message and the message will be related. But I can't, I'm not, it's not a direct communication. I can do it only once.
You can only have like one message.
Yeah,
Okay.
because every time I send something, I also need to give something.
Is this going to hurt you in any particular way?
There is a pause, and she say, no. There is a smirk on her face.
um, if this is how it works, I loved and no one's gonna get hurt in the process, then I'd love to give it a chance. Um, especially if it means he stutters a little bit, closes himself again. Yes, puts a more of the bravado he usually has. Yeah, if I think this is a good idea. Count me in.
Good, good. Like to hear that. Like to hear that. I will say this. You need to choose other people ready to lend energy. People that you think they can be trusted with information you're going to share. Because everyone can see what's going on there.
He nods.
And just so you know, for matter of security and probably it's better if Kuhan is in also in the room. And when she said this, you notice that Kuan is watching both of you.
All right. I I'm gonna have to ask some people. I have an idea. I'm gonna have to ask some people if they're interested in helping or willing. But so this energy that we're giving you, is it gonna leave me tired? I mean, just is it just like what exactly do you mean by energy?
As I said, it's more about keeping the connection on to make sure that my spirit is not being dragged back to my body because
Okay.
it naturally doesn't want to be separated for a long time. And the distance between here and there is Saria is very far.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask your magical energy, your spiritual energy to be shared. It's not going to be only yours, it's going to be the rest of the people that are going to be involved in this. And your guys are going to be very, very tired. But except for that, after a very nice, good sleep, everything will go back to normal.
All right. I could use for actual 8 hours of sleep. And the answer's
I'm going
shake.
to need some, this next couple of days to set things up. In the meantime, you look for the people that you want to help you. and I'm going to send a message to uh, Kriven. One
You know,
thing, the messaging I send immediately need to be very precise. So please write down what is important, like city, street, name of the children, if there is a code word, other things like this.
all right.
More information you give me and to them at the beginning, less problematic will be later when we spiritually connect.
He nods again. Understood. And Captain, thank you, by the way. Again, I've already said it before, but I really can't stress the thank you for helping me.
Uh, she
I owe you one.
nods and she smiles for just a second, and she doesn't ignore you, but she just change. It's like she shouts a couple of orders, make sure that they pull some of the sail in the right direction, and she,
Mhm.
let's say, go back to her captain's duty. However, not even for a moment, Kuhan eyes, leave you. It just is watching what you doing and where you going.
All right.
Okay. In the meantime, in this couple of days that lead us to the message to Craven, if I remember correctly, Hotpot and Jarvis had some ideas. Also, Rock wanted to do something on board. Who wanna go first?
All right. Well, do you want to go first, Zeppo, or should it be me?
Uh, so could you remind me what my idea was?
Okay,
I'm
I'll let you go
drawing.
first.
Your ideas was that you wanted to chat with Geraldine. You
Oh,
told
right.
her after she just grabbed that guy, and you guys saw her bring a nice rag back to the ship. Um, you told her, "Remember me, then I need to talk with you." So
Okay. All right.
she
Thank
didn't
you.
go. She didn't came to remember you, but the GM does. So please.
Yeah. Um. Hot pot. Um. He's kind of hesitant about doing this, but
Okay.
he like his the bags that he used to like buy things in the last port. He fetches a small box
Hmm.
and he kind of sneaks off to try to approach the door that would lead to Geraldine. And if I remember correctly, I think um did, has he like noticed in the past like people who go down there like they knock on the door like three times or something or to like sort of announce their presence, not to startle her, because I don't want to turn into someone's meal.
Uh, okay. So no, no one was actually knocking three times like you said, but I like that detail. So yes, it's canon. Every time someone need to go down, they knock three times before they enter. I like that. Please, go on.
Is there anyone as he's sort of approaching the doors, does he see anybody who might see him? Because he wants to do this like stealthily, like he doesn't want to be seen. If there's
Okay.
someone there, he would don the cloak
Hmm.
and try to become invisible.
Um, okay. I would say this. The fact that you're going down in because you are the I remind you, you're the cook, so you dealing with everyone's food every now and then is not something unusual. However, it's kind of considered unusual that you bring eventually food to Geraldine because no one ever seen her eating.
Okay.
um, so I will say, tell me how many dots you have on stealth before we do any form of roll or anything like this.
I have two dots on stealth,
2 dots on stealth.
and then for agility I have 4 dots.
Okay. Consider it yet. So it will be 6 dice, keep 2, with a good chance of at least a 10. Um, I will say, yeah, with the cloak, you are quite certain that no one actually noticing you.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask you to, roll for something that, not a lot of people are actually now pay attention to you, especially when you guys are in the middle of the of traveling. So everyone is busy on deck, dealing with sails, wind, maneuvers, and such like.
Yeah, okay. So he approaches the door and as loudly as he can, but trying to keep it down, knocks on the door, looks around to see if that drew any attention.
The door open.
So he steps through the door and
Pitch black
approach.
at the moment.
What's that? It's pitch black.
Pitch black.
He puts his hand on the wall.
You feel a crate, a bone, but yeah, the wall is there.
Okay, just and he's using that for stability, and he sort of he like because I know there's steps, and he's using that to help guide him and keep his balance so he doesn't fall, and he proceeds into the underbelly of the ship.
And that is where you notice it for the first time. You're used to the rolling of the boat. And part of you always like in the back of your mind is like how she can keep everything so nice and tidy when the boat is keep moving. It is not. This area feels like you are stepping on ground. Solid ground. And you hear this sound of a match being snatched, and the little flame goes on, and now a candle just being lit. Hi. You heard her voice, and you don't see her.
Right. Hello, Geraldine. I've I've come to see you because I have some questions, but I also bring you a gift.
Oh, so nice of you. Come closer. And you see her silhouette and part of her big eyes and her smirk, in the light of the candle, and just her massive clawed hand just telling you to come closer.
Okay. He hesitantly, but then commits to advancing forward, and
Mm-hmm.
he reaches his hand out, holding a box.
And she would very carefully take it from your hand in a very delicate way. You know that she's never snatched things out of people's hands. It's very, very careful, very moderate.
Yeah.
So,
I
can I?
of course.
She open it. What is inside?
It's a knickknack of maybe like a pewter cat who is appears like it's a very homely looking cat. It's very ugly, but it's like almost like on its tiptoes and its back is haunched, like it's I don't know, maybe startled or maybe it's ready to pounce on something, but it's a feline knickknack and it is incredibly ugly and it's probably the ugliest cat Hot Pot has ever seen. But he saw it in port and thought that she might appreciate it.
She just, her eyes are even got bigger as she can, and she just take it out. It's horrible. I love it. She just
I
close it.
I thought you would. It's not for everybody. When I saw it though, I thought that they there might you might have a you might find a special connection with it.
She just opened a cabinet where you have seen other little creature and things that she put there, like those little kind of adorable cutesy things that she put there. There is like this crystal unicorn, there is a little griffin, and she just move things around and put your ugly cat uh, right there. And with the tip of her long nail, she just adjusted their position, close it, and look, and staring at it. And she just turn and get closer to you, and her eyes are really close to your face. There is anything I can do for you?
I would I would like to learn more magic, and I feel like if anyone could teach me or um, advise me how to, you would be the person or uh, the one to uh, ask.
You want to teach? You want to learn magic? Me.
I think you know some. I think you know something that might benefit me, and I feel like there's an opportunity for me here it, to learn and grow. And I can't explain it, but it's just a feeling that I have.
Ah, reason just one tiny teensy problem. I, let's say, devoted myself to something, and that what gives me those abilities for a price. So I think you need to bind yourself to the same entity. Maybe you wanna study and think before you jump.
I think Hot Pot realizes he may have put himself too far out there, and he kind of has this. If you were to look at his face, his eyes are kind of shifting a little bit, like, oh no, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to really think about this. I'm not sure I'm ready to
Her
bind
hand,
myself to anything.
her
I
hand,
have some stone soup boiling upstairs that I want to attend to.
her hand reach your face, and she just gently caress your cheek. Her hand are like cold as ice, and she just come closer until her face, her long, you know, airy tentacles are obscuring part of your visual, and she whisper name into your ear. Tulvatra. And when she say that, the ship repeated in echo, in different tone. You feel that every single skull that is embedded in this place just repeat that name, and only you can hear.
Oh no.
Tulvatra,
Uh
Tulvatra, 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 Tulvatra.
yeah, Hot Pot is brave and he is a little stupid, but he realizes that he is in the wrong time or in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he just kind of bows and says, "I thank you. I'm gonna have to think about this, and thank you for the cloak and the sword. But I've got some stone soup upstairs that's boiling away, and I'm afraid that it might. I don't want to overdo it."
She just reach her hand to receive those items back because she's thinking you're bringing them back after
Oh
using them.
no, he has a shocked look on his face. Like you could see the disappointment. He doesn't want to let them go.
Oh, you wanna keep them? Okay,
May, may
just
I?
for a little longer.
Thank you.
That's
His
not
voice is shaky.
yours. And she just pat your head. See you later.
And he wouldn't normally allow someone to do that, but under the circumstance he accepts it. He's okay with that. As long as he can leave safely.
No one is holding you. She's just
Oh,
staring at you with
yeah,
a big blue eyes.
yeah. So he's backing away awfully quickly, and as soon as he can hightail it out of there, he does.
And as soon as you get to the door, I'm presuming you don't give your back to her. You just walking backwards. That by feeling.
Yeah, maybe walking backwards, maybe sidestepping, but always keeping her or the darkness in view.
Yeah, she's just retiring back from in, behind the candle. So you should still see her towering behind it. You know, just to remind everyone, guys, she's probably around 9 feet tall. um, so she's just crouching back there, almost like a spider ready to pounce, but just standing there, watching you leaving. And when you close the door, the flame of the candle goes out.
As long as the flame of the candle went out and my life force didn't go out,
Your
I'm
life
cool
is
with
there.
that.
Uh, you probably shed a couple of, I will say, uh, years. That's another story. No, I mean, joking about that. um, okay, so that was your little moment with our lovely Geraldine and Rock. Please, you have the scene.
Rock, I assume this happens after we've basically packed things away. The boat's pulling away from the harbor. We are making our leave basically. I know what the captain was talking about with let me pin that.
Miguel?
Yeah, do I know, were they on deck talking about that
They
or
were the captain. She was behind the wheel, so as I said, there was people around. They were not talking, super loud, but
I mean, I wasn't investing. I was just making sure it wasn't like a general conversation that was part of it. It happened kind of over there. Okay,
yeah, it was
that's
happening
fine.
over there. So maybe you got a glimpse of, words and things and etc. Unless you want to tell me, oh, I was in the area, I was
No,
helping.
no, I'm gonna set my scene slightly after he's done talking to the captain. So I will basically look at the deck and I'll look at what needs to get changed back and I'll walk up to the captain, Elvita, and I'll be like, should I start telling the other squads, the other people on deck, to start turning the ship back to the way it was? Like taking off the paint and putting the correct paint on, doing the things that we need to?
Yeah, after we go to
After
the
we pull
next.
away, yeah.
Yeah, after we go to the next
Okay,
arbor.
so not this port. Or
Not
not
this,
on
not
right.
now, because we are still in Ingetherian water, and I don't want to cut too much attention.
All right.
So now that we are going to Lerberg, we go up north. We close to Arthur's. From there, there is the island of Feshire.
Right.
Around that time, we going, we are going towards the edge of Ingetherian territory. So I will say at that point we start to do the job. Yes.
Okay. And do I know about the stop that's along the way? Does my character know that, or do we just we're gonna be stopping at a port and then the family's gonna get on or whatever?
You know that she planned this stop
Okay, she
before
planted a stop.
going. We going before going to the Seeking in Aegeus. So it's going to be like, so let's say you are here.
Yeah,
You're circumnavigating the island. You reach the
gotcha.
top of the island. Artus is there, and from there you pretty much almost go in a straight line around the edge of some other island, but almost on a straight line to get out of Ingetir, and from there in the ocean and leave to
All
Liber.
right. And are we staying there for a period of time, or are we just stopping at the port for a pickup? I'm
No, it's a
curious about
start.
that.
Is a pickup, and she just going to deliver a message. So it's going to be half of a day.
Half of a day. Okay. No, I just wanted to check in to see when you want us to do that, and that sounds like after the next port is when we should start operations on that.
Yes, that's
Okay.
pretty much what she meant.
And we weren't able to get much information from our the contact outside the bar. He kind of died, so I couldn't get any information out of them, unfortunately. Um, I don't mind that Geraldine was covering for us. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, but I really wish we could have asked him anything that we might
You
have
can
learned from
ask.
about.
You can ask her.
No, no. I don't dislike her
No,
as a
I know.
person. I'm unnerved by certain things that of her. Okay, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely makes sense.
Okay, I he'll look around at other crew members like kind of like they're slightly off their rocker, being like they treat her. It I treat her with respect because I know that she is a strong individual. They they should be tiptoeing around a little bit more around Geraldine, is my
Consider,
opinion.
yeah, consider this. Kuan never go down below.
And he is a big dude.
He's a big shark
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He, you'd never ask him, but in your mind, he probably scares shitless of her. The only three people that actually interact with Geraldine on almost
Right.
constantly are the Oddpot,
Yep.
the captain,
Yep.
and Lux, and she is one of the member of the crew that is literally just for you don't know what for what reason she got down there every single moment she's free, and she's a very cheerful Nansax girl. So same race of hot pot, very small halfling size girl with yellow.
How should I? Yes, how should I put this? I respect Geraldine for her position on the ship and what she does. Okay, but I wouldn't go and just play around down there. That's just not what I would do. Um, in my opinion. But that's
No,
neither
of
here nor
course.
there. I just wanted to get the idea from the captain when we were supposed to do the changeover, and if there was anything you needed me to do between now and hitting the port.
At the moment, just the captain just tell you that helping with sailing and maneuvers and
That's
such
fine.
like it's pretty much everyone's job at the moment. Uh, be on board of a ship can be a little bit dull because you repeat the same operation over and over.
Sure.
But it's also without those operation you don't go anywhere.
All right.
So
He's like I
um,
said, he's a realist who kind of like looks at situations like what do we need to get done. So he looks kind of around the ship, being like, I will go back to doing the general work that needs to get done. But I just wanted to check in with you and make sure that everything's fine.
the captain just appreciate and she actually put you hmm, if I remember correctly, you have quite the agility. This is
Yeah,
me.
he has a decent level of agility. Yeah.
Yes. So he's going to put you on sails with the rest of some of the people, so you can just quickly climb, put
Sure.
change.
If I could actually spend time learning how to do boat stuff, since I don't actually have a boating background, that would be great.
Yeah, you can consider this. You can eventually tell me, oh, I'm starting to do this,
Sure.
to later on take the profession of sailor that will help you to unlock some of the skill like navigation, repair things, and etc. on board and such like. If you're
That's
in,
right. I will take interest in working on the ship, like actually doing like rather than like doing adventurous stuff from talking with people. I'm actually going to concentrate on working on the ship.
well, that sounds great, and I leave you for a moment
Sure, absolutely.
to go to Jarvis because you, my friends, uh, are in an interesting situation because even before you start to ask me things or tell me what you want to do, I'm going to ask you to roll me a wisdom check.
Wonderful. Let me see what my wisdom is. Oh, come on. I have 3 dots plus 1 in wisdom.
So you roll all three of them and you
Mm-hmm.
keep all of them, but they're not exploding sixes.
Okay. All right.
And you, of course, you add the plus one.
And add the 1. Yep. That is 14 on the dice, so 15 total.
15 total.
Yeah.
Very good. So, what you're doing right now?
How long has it been since the end of our last episode, last scene? Has it been a couple of hours? Are we looking at half a day?
I would
So
say alpha day. Alpha day.
okay. First off, Jarvis pretty much went right back to his room, or possibly even just finding an even quieter place that he can crack books. He is getting into the book that he got from Santo. He's getting into the book that he bought, and I mean, uh, mechanically, you've already given me some of that information. You've already given me access uh, to the magical tome. So just to kind of like
Mhm.
reiterate that he's reading it, and so as he's reading the tome, he's going outside and he is actually practicing some of that magic. Maybe standing on the back of the boat and trying to move the rain or move the water, just doing some of that stuff, not worrying about who on the boat might see him um, acting like a magician. He's a
Of course,
mage,
of course.
and almost hoping to maybe, scare some people, but also kind of inspire others that they go, hey, we're glad he's on our side. But just to continue to work through that, maybe work on that for like a half an hour, go back to the book, continue reading. And once he feels like he's gotten as much as he can from both of those books, he probably would then go to the captain and say, tell her what he's working on, what he's learning, what if he has, he's probably not finding names or descriptions of items, but he's trying to deduce, he's trying to read between the lines of what kind of things kid has. I think you actually sent me something.
Yes.
I think I read part of it. I apologize. I'm just
It's okay.
realizing now that you sent it to me and I only read part of it. So I apologize for that. But he's going to start telling her, these are the things I'm starting to think exist. And I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I hope I can kind of figure out what Graves is after.
Hmm. I will say this to you when you have a moment. Read the extract from chapter 9,
Mm-hmm.
The Wind That Names,
The
and
say it again.
that
The wind.
The Wind That Names, and
Mm-hmm.
is the last part.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is an interesting bit that maybe will give you some information.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool.
but anyway, uh, two things you notice. First of all, the captain seems like pleased when see you starting to deal with a couple of magic things, and because you both from Ugre in Ugrarian, without anyone else understanding what you guys saying to each other. She goes without accent, because of course she doesn't have an accent when she speaks her own language. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's and she correct a little bit the pronunciation of one of your spell.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember she said to you a couple of times she was a priestess.
Mm. Yeah.
So she is maybe familiar with the magic. You don't know exactly what kind of priestess she was, but you know. Um, and when you do correct the pronunciation in the way she suggests, you feel like you have a little bit slightly more control. And you see that
Mm-hmm.
little bit of rain just almost like undulating on the side and almost like your hand are pushing it, and is instead of coming back down is slightly curved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got a little bit more confident in your power.
Yeah.
You got a moment of backfire because, as you know, um, keep using the same kind of magic for a long time make the magic unstable.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a couple of moments where you're like, you shouldn't push too much, or you shouldn't do that, or something like that. So you feel a
Sure.
little tingling, almost like electric shock in your hand, or you
Mm-hmm.
had a little bit of headache at the end of all of this, but nothing major.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
And I almost imagine that he wants to get to those points. He wants to push himself, just like a muscle. Sometimes you have to push into that pain a little bit to understand it, to know there might be times I have to get here and I've got to be ready for how it's going to affect me as much as how it's going to respond to me. So he's, he wants to really understand it as much as he can at this lower stages. And so the help from her is definitely edifying in that regard.
Absolutely. And one last thing. There is a moment where you are, moving your hand and etc., and you realize that you're wearing a ring, but you don't remember putting it on.
Is it a skeleton ring with with the eyes blocked out?
Yep.
So I kind of like look down at it and kind of clench my fist around the band and hold my other hand over it and just concentrate some of that energy into it to kind of feel it, to almost ask it its name. Who are you? Why have we come together?
Can I let you choose on that, an arcane or occult roll?
Yeah, give me a second. There's my buddy. Oh, hold on. Arcane or occult? I don't remember what those things are on the character sheet. Where are they? Where is what are those under?
Wisdom?
Wisdom. Okay. So arcane, I've got a two, I've got the same in both.
And as usual,
Uh,
when you got the same.
I'm gonna say arcane
Mhm.
because again, I'm not. I feel like occult is what you know, but arcane is what you can pull out of from the D&D term like the weave, where you're kind of pulling out of the magical essence, and so
Mhm.
you're kind of digging into that magical essence to understand, like
Okay.
to get answers to those questions. And and obviously he's asking its name, but to kind of politely start the conversation with this magical thing. So I'm rolling 5d6 plus 1.
And in this case, the 6 explode because your skills is up 2, only 1 explode. But
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
if you have a 6, please.
Unfortunately, I don't, but I have there's a 5, a 4 plus 1,
So 2
so that
5, we
is
have 10 in total.
10 in total. I don't think that I've got any other skills that would, if I'd gone, so I also get, has something to do with script of suffering plus 1 occult and arcane when interpreting ruins, forbidden spells, or cursed languages. So I don't know if any of that would kind of fall into it to get an extra plus 1.
Not specifically on this
No, that's fine.
on
I just wanted to take a quick look. But so a 10.
perfect, a 10. You don't get a direct answer.
Mm-hmm,
You don't get like, oh, I'm this. You get
mm-hmm,
more a feeling that this ring doesn't belong to you, but it will stay on you.
mm. Has it, in a sense, chosen me, or possibly it's kind of cursed me because I've stolen it?
I think the second choice is the best way to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not happy with me. Do As I'm wearing it, does it seem like I'm getting any benefit from it, or is it kind of a net zero?
You don't feel different from before.
Okay,
Your
okay.
magic was the same. You feel like everything is good.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
the only difference is like you're now noticing, and you don't realizing two things. First, you don't remember putting it on.
Hmm.
Secondly, the last time you spoke about this ring, someone asked you to bring it back, and you politely, let's say, "Oh, pay me."
Yeah, yeah,
I will give it back to you.
yeah. If it's so important, yeah.
Um, and now it's like you got this feeling like, "Oh, you don't give me back, oh, I will stay on you now."
Hmm. I will again. I'll continue to hold hold my hands over the ring and just
Like
say,
this.
"You, I promise, you will find your way home."
Hmm. There is a kind of vibration
Hmm.
the around the ring when you say that. About slightly, yeah, easily disappear.
The hum disappears.
Yeah.
All right. Did it? Does that does that energy feel positive or negative in any way, or just more of just a response?
Neutral. There's no.
Neutral. Okay. More. Okay. I've heard that kind of an idea. Like I don't know if I believe you or not, but I've heard you.
Maybe.
Sure. I just again that's I'm also kind of saying that that's kind of how Jarvis is taking it. All right. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
said
absolutely.
something and I felt something come back. Okay. That's that's all I can hope for. Um, I'm talking to a somewhat inanimate object, and so he'll continue. Um, as long as he's not getting too tired, he'll continue playing with his magic for a little while. But after a while, he probably gets tired. He's probably gotten a little bit tired of reading. He's been at this, like you said, half a day. Maybe 10 to 12 hours. So he's probably getting tired, and so um, he'll head down to uh, where he thinks everybody else might be hanging out, see if there's any food hanging around, and just see who he can run into to talk to.
Yeah. Um. So, for the sake of narration, your next day and a half will run quite smoothly. I have only one question for Hot Pot and one question for Miguel. Hot Pot, do you look into the name that is being given to you or not? Um, and Miguel, have you prepped the message like Alvida asked you?
The name, the name that. Oh, I'm sorry.
The name that the wall,
The wall, all the skeletons or craniums.
all the skulls and etc. gave it to you.
He has not yet. I mean, he basically fled and like went back to I don't know his quarters and is kind of hiding out. And he hasn't looked into it yet, but I'm sure it's and also he is like he is not going to tell anybody what happened.
No, I'm okay.
But at some point he will look into that name. But right now he's spooked and he's probably like back in his quarters uh using like some roots or herbs that he purchased as like fidget sticks or fidget toys. Like
Yeah.
he's
Okay,
he's
Miguel.
Give me a little bit more time, and then I'll be ready to. I can send that to you.
Okay, that's great. To me, you mean the GM, I presume. Uh,
The message. You said the message.
okay. No, of course, of course. And just to be sure that I get exactly your meaning.
Yes.
And that's where we finally get to Artus. The, it's a smaller city compared to Leerburg. There is more like rural. There is a harbor. There is not massive, especially because 90% of the commerce and etc. that goes through this island that goes through the main two cities, Bologna and Leerburg. This is more like almost like this place in the countryside. However, what guy is caught your attention is the statue that this look like a hero, the classic guy in armor with a shield, the raised arm with the sword and etc. That is at the center of town, and you can see it from the harbor. It's quite a big statue and is in this marble that is withered with time, that probably once was very white and bright, and now is a little bit more grayish with some undertone of musk. But the place is nice, it's calm, it's quite lovely. It's a little bit more relaxing compared to the busyness and the chaoticness of the main city where that you just left.
No big Navy ships rolling through here. That's good. I'll take that any day.
Definitely Navy. Definitely, definitely some ships. But
Okay.
not big Navy stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Because last time we had a war galleon like parked across from us, so I'm kind of glad that we just have smaller ships.
Yeah. There is probably 5 to 6 fishing boats. There is a couple of merchants. Probably one day is just for, not, I will say not tourists, of course, but, for traveling.
Right.
And you guys are going to spend in this place, like I say, half of a day before you are going to depart again.
Are we actually set up for fishing? Sorry to interrupt. Because we're trying to look like a fishing vessel. So do we actually have the equipment still out? Because we didn't put any of it away.
No, you still have things.
All right.
out.
I know what I'll be doing for half a day. Gotta make it look good.
Fair. Nice. The captain will leave the ship in Kuan hands. Now that your guys are not in Leerburg, she's now being back acting like she is the captain, not pretending to be just one of the sailor. And she will go to the harbor office that has inside as the Royal Mail Service. So at that point, she will get Miguel message to be sent. And if you want, you can give it to me, Adrian, or you can just send it later. At the moment, unless there is a specific things that you want to say or do, the message will be sent.
All right. I'll just send it to you later so I can get the writing on it
Yeah.
correct.
Correct? Yeah. I don't want to, make you rush you of some sort. I just try to describe what's going on.
Yeah, no worries.
And the message will be sent, and because is going to Saria and not inside Ingetir, it's going to take a little bit more. So it's probably going to arrive to the person the day after, not directly on the day. By a magical means, it's not an actual letter, is they are actually sending the message to, in this case, Craven. Craven, that right now is in Saria, just making their deals that they need to do. The material and spices that the captain gave it to you, it's easy to sell. And you got this nice amount of money that, the 10% is your commission, the rest go back to the ship. So every time you got that amount that you can put into your pocket, feel a little bit better, and maybe spend it wherever in the way that you prefer. However, strangely, a Sarian man comes to you with an actual envelope. And is a message from the captain. That is already unusual. She never send you any message. She just tell you where to meet. So you guys see each other later, and that's it. So the fact that the captain already, just all of a sudden send you a direct message, something is up. Something is probably wrong. So, just without getting too much into details and etc. Overall, Miguel, what the message say?
Basically, explaining what's going on, kind of like with the gist, it's time to move. Code word between code word and phrase between the person that they're meeting, where they're going to meet up, and who to watch out for. And Papa loves you.
So I'm asking how Craven react to this message.
And who gave me the envelope?
And
Just
it's a
random
man
person?
with a uniform of the not the Royal Mail, but the mail service of Saria.
I would probably turn it around in my hands a couple times after reading it. Look back up at the guy who handed it to me to see if I can glean anything else about the situation, and just kind of hold out a hand. And this is.
We receive it from the Saria Royal Mail Service, and we'll reaching out and give it to you, Mister. Look at his note. Craven. By the way, the message is in the code. Is not, whoever read it, it doesn't read all the information. You know how to read it because it's in the code that the captain used to communicate with you. So the authenticity of it is quite certain.
I would probably slip it into one of my bags, just kind of nod quietly, thank him, hand him a couple coins as a tip.
She pocket and with a gesture, he just leaves.
Give him a little nod and turn around and I'm trying to think because I'm still catching up on the settings so much. I'm like not sure what to do that would fit. So please forgive my bumbling around a little bit. I'll be up to
Absolutely,
speed
don't
soon.
worry.
Thank you. Yeah, I would probably slip it into my bag and shrug and figure I should make my way to meet.
Okay, so the extraction of this letter, they say that you need to reach this place that is probably half of a day, maybe a day, depending of the way you're traveling for where you are right now. And in this area of the city, you need to find this family. And pretending to be with them, you need to catch the first ferry that leave or ship that leave Saria to reach the city. That is not where you were supposed to see the captain. You were supposed to go on a completely different island. But now it seems that you go into Aegeus. So you are in not very very far. Okay, you are in Andalu, and you need to travel southeast to Roja. It's, like I said, half of a day, depending of how you prefer to travel. From Roja, you can actually get a quite direct ship that goes to the city, and it will take probably to get there a week and a half.
Hmm.
Mm,
So I'm probably gonna need some supplies and what have you.
mhm.
Hmm. Um,
The thing is, it feels like almost the captain asking you to smuggle people, and that's very unusual.
I would definitely be mumbling something under my breath about like hoping to be paid appropriately extra for this. Like kind
Mhm.
of not what I signed up for. Not gonna ask questions. It's okay. Gonna do it, but you know, probably gonna have to have a conversation later.
Yeah, this is not your usual, your usual bargain with the captain. This is definitely
Yeah.
something
Like
out
I
of
trust
your
her.
area of
She's
expertise.
oh sorry.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
please, sorry.
Uh, so yeah, I think my general instinct would be like if she's asking me to do this, it's for there's a good reason. So like gonna go with it. Gonna roll with it. Start making preparations and what have you. Um, good amount of confusion in that though. Um, let's see. So what would I need to be able to make my way in that direction, probably? Like
You
d-
can catch any, traveling service that go from one place to another. In your case, you know, uh, um, a beast that can literally just transport you is a little bit more complicated. So you need, especially because you're lacking of legs.
hmm.
um, so you need to find one of those transportation that is made for your race.
Hmm. So, hmm. I'm expecting that's probably going to cost more than the usual fare for other folks as well. So I'm just gonna
Depending of how much space do you want to get and etc. You can go to the, on those a little bit more crammed, I will say shuttle that goes from one place to another. That of course have a space also for people that like you have, a big long tail instead of legs. However, the price can, goes up a few silver, depending of how comfortable you want to be.
hmm. I figure I would probably be fine if I could something with like a pole I could wrap myself around and
Hmm.
just like more than a seat necessarily.
Okay.
So probably go on the cheap route. Um, so
Okay.
that
So that will cost you around 12 silver. That it's doable, not a massive amount. But you also know that it's pretty much a little bit more than a nice meal. That's the cost of what you're spending right now.
hmm.
Um, there is a tavern here that you've been here a couple of times already. Andalou has this very nice place that you've been a couple of times that deal this roasted beef that you kind of like, and that big plate usually costs you around 9 silver. So 12, like but is also will give you the opportunity to reach the place as fast as you could.
Hmm. And you know, the faster I get there and get the job done, the faster I can get compensated and then I can get my good meal. So it's it's an investment in the beef of the future. So
Yeah, yeah, literally in the future. Okay. So, unless you guys want to do something specific in the city of Artus, I will say we open the scene in two moments in time. Once will be the ritual on this side of the world, and on the other side, down in Saria, many, many miles away from you. Someone, in this case, Julio, Craven, will reach this nice house that Miguel will describe it for us in a second.
Oh,
But,
to call it. Oh, sorry.
but before we do that, let me introduce you guys to the ritual. And I want to know, Miguel, who do you call for it?
Well, for the ritual, Miguel's going to call upon his compatriots that he has gone on the adventure since the beginning. He'd obviously asked them first. So, our good old friend Garvis and Rock and Hot Pot and I think I don't think there's any other person on the ship that we've gone that is here particularly right now.
Okay.
I think
So
Geraldine is
You
busy,
so
and I
you're
don't
gonna
think
you
good.
go ahead. Sorry.
I was like, I think Geraldine is busy, so I'm not gonna ask her.
you can always ask Geraldine. Maybe you don't know
You know
if
what? Sure, I'll ask Geraldine.
Hmm.
I also owe her a poetry book.
Yes, I remember that.
So I just haven't had a chance to tell you I wanted to go do it. It seemed like everyone had scenes that they wanted to do. So
Let's sorry guys, I'm going to just take a moment with Miguel. Just your quick interaction with Geraldine. You will bring her the poetry book. When she saw the poetry book, she grabs it almost like the best treasure in the world. She just staring at it, feeling the surface and etc. And she just smile. And you ask, please go and ask.
all right. So hopefully, it took me some time, but it seems like this particular book is the one. It seemed like one that you will probably enjoy. Got it from this really nice, quaint little bookstore. But uh, anyways, we can talk about when you had a chance to read. We can talk some more about some of the some interesting um some interesting poems in there. But I am actually. Do you mind if I ask you a favor?
Favor. Oh, tell me. She just, in the meantime, opened the book a little bit just to give a glimpse, and she closed it.
So, yeah, I hope you enjoy this book. I know I took a little glance read, but sorry, my cat's yelling at me. Um, he goes and's like, I have a. He looks a little nervous, but he's like, I have a, I have a question to ask you. There is a ritual that I'm doing with the captain, and
Ah,
she is in need of some energy. She's going to be I guess spiritually sending herself to where my family is, and she asked me I needed some people who would be willing to help out with this ritual, and I was wondering if you'd
she
be interested.
grabs your hand.
Eyes open wide.
She just pull it closer to herself and put your hand on her, on here, on her chest. You know, almost forcing your hand there. Do you resist or you?
No, I don't resist at all.
So your hand is there. You don't feel nothing there. No heartbeat, no warm, nothing. She
He,
just get closer. You need to have spirit to share, and I don't. And she just release you.
he looks up, didn't, he's a little surprised that more surprised at the lack of heartbeat than the forwardness of her grabbing his hand. It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know, but are you okay?
People doesn't need to have a beating heart to, have a beating heart. If you catch my drift.
Chuckles, yeah. I think I understand. I understand, but
I love the book, by the way. I will devour it in the next few days.
tell me exactly how good the feast is. I have read. Oh, I've already read it from back to front. It definitely feeds the soul.
You so much.
Of course, my lady. He goes to bow and take his hat off, but then realizes he doesn't have a hat. He hasn't replaced
No,
it yet.
it's just the gesture.
Yes. Well,
uh, so only the player plus the captain. Everyone agree to participate? All the players?
you can say no.
So
This is
wait, I have questions. So
Yeah.
you go to Rock and you ask him if he wants to donate his magical energy
Yep.
to call your family. Is that
Yep.
we're telling him what it's for? To
Yeah,
call
yeah, absolutely.
family
The
on
whole thing.
another end. Okay.
And if you have any
Rock.
questions for him, he'll
Yeah, no,
answer.
no, I get it. Rock is not a fan of magic, if you haven't guessed. Uh, all right. When you say you're gonna borrow, is that like permanent? Do you permanently lose a part of yourself for this? Not that I don't
Ah,
want to help. I'm just curious how it works.
I the captain said that no one gets hurt in this process. I don't really know. She
I'll
said that you're just going to be very tired and get a really good night's
I'll,
sleep.
I'll look at Avita from like, cause she's probably there, and I'll be like, Avita, when you say you lose a part of yourself for the ritual, you mean that you like become tired and you need to take a nap, or is it like, hey, you didn't need that week of your life, you know?
No, 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 no. Listen, I priest of Vastaria,
Right.
no priest
That's
of Oshun, okay?
just checking. I'm
No.
not saying anything against you. I don't know how magic works, you know.
Is the bear of wisdom and winter is not the bear of I take your life, okay?
Fine. No, no.
That's more.
I'm willing to help as long as it's along those lines. I have caused enough problems in my day that I deserve to contribute. That's fine. He puts his hands out like this. All right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and Otpot is on board, apparently. So Jarvis, you're the last one.
When you come and ask Jarvis, he he looks at you for a moment quietly and considers it and just says, "Yeah, it's gonna cost you though, Miguel.
Well, of course. Well, I wasn't
Wow.
expecting this to be free. All right, what
You
do you want?
I, it's gonna cost you a couple games of cards so I can
Oh,
pay back that debt I owe you, or maybe fall deeper into it." And he
well,
gives you a sly smile and a little nudge.
we had some. If you had some dice games on that, and maybe a bottle of wine, yeah,
Yeah,
sounds like a
sounds like a
plan.
good sounds like a good payment. I'm in.
Nods. He goes in for a fist bump if you allow it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine. I like that. Um, I have, like I said, I have some family that I need to help too. So I help your family. Maybe someday you help me. You help mine.
Hey, what are friends for?
Yeah,
Oh,
friends. It's nice.
Okay.
honestly, you're like honestly the first friend I've made in a while. So, am I
Yeah,
going too
I,
fast for this? He's actually kind of a little flustered.
nah, no, don't worry about it. Miguel. This he kind of looks around at everybody here and just kind of the boat in general and says, "This is our home, and we're all family. The
Why
way
not?
it's the way our captain wants it, and that's that's the faith that people like me and Hot Pot kind of follow. I think not to speak for you, buddy, but you know, you've always been there for me. So
Hoping to find a new
we're there.
home.
We're here for you.
Thank you. And when the time comes that we need us to help your family, got me 200%.
Um,
I've never had a real home, so to finally have a place that I can stay and feel comfortable and at ease, it's my honor and my pleasure to help you.
Thanks,
hmm,
Hot Pot. Yeah, I'm honestly honest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The entire reason why I took this job in the first place was so I could have money to move my family to somewhere safe, somewhere nice where they don't have to worry about the we don't my home is not in the nice part of town. We are extremely poor.
hmm.
Um, I'm hoping that they can have better opportunities and not have to worry about the haves and have nots. This is
Well,
honestly really who would have thunk that I taking possibly an adventure on this ship to find secret treasure, possibly a treasure that might even bring more riches, would lead to possibly making political enemies that probably won't. I don't think for a second wouldn't use my family against me or would hurt them to get back at for slighting them. So
yeah.
This is
Well, you know,
I'm
take
honestly kind of scared. I'm actually really terrified. I hope
take
this all works out.
taking that lever away from our enemies just ensures a greater possibility of our own victory. So
Yeah.
it's good for you, it's good for them, and it ends up being good for all of us in that regard.
as I watch this unfold, and people are like, "Oh, we get a family. Oh, thank you for this." The other thing, Rock's just sort of like standing there, like awkwardly during the conversation, being like, "Yeah, you guys are great too. Uh, thanks." You know, it's just
You
like
guys you can join. Hey, how about you guys hop
he's
out
that
and
guy.
hey,
Well,
come and join us for a game of cards and dice.
Sure, sure.
well,
Maybe after this ritual's over, we can
Yeah,
relax in the general mess and have a card game. That's fine. It's just every time out of character now. Anytime one of these scenes happen, Rock seems to come in at the end and just be like, "What? Oh yeah, I'm here too."
yeah.
Okay, go back. Um, all right. Yeah, let's get your family. All right.
again, thank you. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but I feel like I need to.
You can see as much as he tries to stay kind of cold and subdued, you can see a, a palpable excitement in Jarvis. Any chance he gets to see magic and try something new, he's really into this. Like he's he's got his spell book with him, and he's ready to put anything he needs to into this to ensure that it goes well.
Oh, good, because I'm on the complete opposite side of that. You're like, "Oh, I'm so excited," and my character's like, "Yep, this is like they're gonna get like a blood drawn or something, right?" He's like, "Yep, we're doing a thing."
Don't 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 worry, Rock. You're just here to eat up the pain.
He's doing it because he feels like he should, but he's definitely not in the excited end of the spectrum.
Yeah, yeah, clearly.
Okay,
So, Captain, how do we do this?
the captain invites every one of you inside the cabin. Already inside, finished to prepping a couple of things, you guys see Kuhan just setting up few candles, one for each one of you on the floor in a semi-circle. And in the middle of this circle, there is a brass bowl empty for the moment.
It's probably for the blood they're gonna have to spill later. I'll swim around in my breath. I'm not. It probably really is.
All the candles
my
are
blood.
not lit at the moment, and the captain asks you to sit down in front of each one of them,
All right.
with you, Miguel, in front of her.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going through this once for everyone. Please listen carefully. The veil is quite thin today. We can do it. The gods are watching. But they are not going to help. They are witnesses in this. My ends will reach Craven. I will feel his step. I will guide him. But only him can act. This ritual is blessed by Vastaria itself, and it will let me walk beside him in spirit. But I cannot do this alone. I need your help. I'm going to ask you to put your hand down, holding the bowl, so I can feel your energy passing through it, getting from the bowl to me. I cannot save the family. I cannot interfere. I cannot tell exactly what's going on and etc. because I will be not here. I will be there. You're going to see inside the bowl and you're going to see what's going on.
Okay.
But you may whisper. You may whisper fate. You may maybe interfere in some way. One at a time. You choose your moment. If your heart is true, we, me and Craven, will hear you. And they can change things. Hopefully, we will not need to do that, but you never know. Now, I need two things. I need a little bit of my blood, and I need a little bit of something from you, Miguel, to connect it to your blood, your children, your family. Do you have any object that you care about, or you want to spill your own blood in this bowl?
Rock
He
just
take-
nods his head.
He takes out a locket and he hands it over. And there's a locket of his what seems to be of a woman in it.
Captain doesn't ask, you just make assumption.
Yep.
Put it into the bowl. And she draws a small blade across her palm. Nothing major. She closes her hand, her fist, and few blood drips into the bowl. And steam start to rise. No heat. Just almost like hissing on a very hot surface, but there's no heat coming from it. All of you reach for the bowl. Never leave your hand from it. The moment you leave it, the connection is broken. everyone does it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
as much as he looks at just, oh, there's the bowl with the blood. Yeah, okay. He reaches out and you'll help everybody.
There
Jar
is inside
Jarvis.
the locker. Sorry, inside the bowl at the moment there is just the locker,
Oh,
and
okay.
the few drops that Alvida spilled, they already gone.
Okay. They like sizzled into the cup, or
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
Does it look like at this moment, if we were to put something in the bowl or put our blood in the bowl, would that be helpful or would that be
I
not helpful?
Oh, the moment that you choose, to communicate, to tell your truth,
Hmm.
that's the moment you're going to speak up. For the rest of the time, Vastaria is speaking.
Hmm.
No one interrupt the goddess.
Hmm. Hmm. Uh, Jarvis will specifically put the hand on the bowl that does not have the ring on
I appreciate that.
it. Kind of, even in a sense, kind of almost sitting on that hand, like keeping it as far away from this as you can.
uh, I will show you how Rock will grip the bowl. That's far.
But is there not me, please?
I'm just here. Yeah.
Okay,
A girl
you
holds
just
on
need
to it.
one hand, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm sorry. So it's probably like as arm length, but still comfortable, right?
And Otpot, are you joining in?
He is. He's smaller than everyone else, so he's closer to the bowl. But he reaches out and he puts his left hand on the bowl and grips it.
The moment you guys do it, you guys notice something. Juan doesn't join the circle, but she going behind the captain, and he just standing there. And it doesn't seem to be to have any weapon on him, and not even his rifle that is always on his back and etc. It's just there, almost like a witness of what's going on, and maybe a insurance of some sort. At that point, the captain closes her eyes and, without touching anything, she leave her. She closes her eyes. She lifts her arm. All of her snake go to sleep. All of her hair just drop. And she start to chant in this kind of a almost guttural tone, and to give you an idea, guys, it feels almost like those harmonizing that the monk and the Tibetan monk do, like roar, 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 and she start to harmonizing, and the volume is like rising, and etc. And you guys start to notice that her mouth doesn't move, and the snakes actually are the one that does the harmonizing. And one by one, the candle in front of you started to lit up, and the bowl flare, and on the surface, almost like a mirror, you see a scene. It's a nicely kitchen inside a small room. There is this old Sarptas woman, kind of a grayish, kind of a cobra hood is kind of a flop down, almost creating these feelings, almost like she wearing a hijab or something similar. And she just slowly moving this, and prepping this pot, that is boiling pot, of food. At their feet, a few steps away, there is this small child, around probably 8 or 9. You guys don't know. Miguel, you do, of course. But it's also Sarpedas with a much more colorful, iridescent scales, all taken from his father. And but he has a much more, composed posture with two big round glasses without lens, because he doesn't need them, but he likes how they fit on his nose, on his little snout. And he's trying to reading a book. In the meantime, behind him, with charcoal, there is another children. She is in a little colorful dress, homemade, definitely being sewn by the elderly woman, from probably some recycled curtain or something like that. That she is using the charcoal just to draw on her brother back, and she just try to draw this pirate ship that, and it is like try to take it, and she just pushing his head and keep drawing on his back, like there is no other way to use almost like you don't have paper in the house. They're literally just a stack of drawing on the side. She just got bored of them, and now she's using her brother as a and they seems, it's a very nice and relaxing scene. And you guys not just see it, you hear it. You hear the sound of the bubbling food. You start to see this, to feel the smell of it. You feel like you're just watching, you're there in the room. And there is a knock on the door. And the woman just, a moment. And in Sarian, she says something to the children. For the one that doesn't speak the language, you don't understand, but for who does, she just tell Lucia to stop bothering her brother. And the woman just clean her hand, reach the door, and open. And on the side of the door, Cervantes, what they see? How do you look like? Craven. Sorry, not Cervantes. I don't know why I changed your name.
Threw me for a sec.
Yeah, no, my fault. Please.
Oh, no worries. So, standing at the door, kind of half slumped in the frame, a large, iridescent, like dark scaled snake, um, slight iridescent sheen to his scales when they catch the light just right. Um, Generally looks tired. Um, Tired eyes, kind of snarky. Would rather, it's this perpetual face of would rather be somewhere else kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but upon the door opening, he just gives his best, like, gives a polite smile. Kind of can't quite hide the exhaustion of the trip and the like. I gave up my I did a good job after work meal thing for this. Don't know why I'm here, but doing his best to be personable. So,
The old woman just say, "Hello, how can I help you?" She
uh,
say in Sarian, a language that you speak.
Hmm. And out of character for a brief moment.
Mhm.
Remind me what was in the envelope? I know it told me to get here, but what was I?
You need to bring them out of town,
Hmm.
and you need to do it fast. You need to. They gave you a couple of, I will say, code words that to use to make understand this woman that in your
Hmm.
note is called um, mm, Manuela, if I remember correctly. Yes, Manuela. Uh, to make sure that Manuela, Lucia, and Lorenzo, those are the three names that you have in your notes, are safe and sound on the next ship to Tasiki with you. Because the Fatwa Concord is maybe coming to get them.
All right. Thank you.
It's okay?
So my jaws just crack into this slightly wider proximity of a smile and just who's up for a field trip?
Sorry, didn't catch that. What do you mean?
Uh so I just kind of sigh, bury my head in my hand for a brief moment, look up from between my fingers. I don't know much more about this than you do, but it's probably in our best interest to be leaving, and you should probably come with me.
Listen, young man, I understand that you maybe are here for some reason, but I don't take and leave my grandchildren and go on adventure with strangers. So, good night. And she
No, they
closed the door.
uh I try to shuffle the tip of my tail through the door before it can shut all the way.
Okay. And she
Um,
you can give me
what would the
mm,
code word be, by the way?
uh, Miguel, what's the code word? Miguel, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. The code word would have been would have said. Sorry, I had something written down. 1 second.
It's okay.
Yeah, no rush.
In the meantime, let's say this. Roll me an agility check with acrobacy or athletics. I let you choose to see if you are quick enough. So I remind you how it does. You
All
take
right.
your agility dot, how many you have, plus the dots you have on the skill, if you have them. You sum those dots together, and that's the number of d6s you're going to roll. However, you're going to
Hmm.
keep only a number of d6s equal to the number of dots you have on the skill, if you have them.
Okay. Okay. So I have 4 dots on agility, and what was the specific skill again? They
I
said?
ask you between, um, sorry, acrobatics or athletics. One of those two. One is under might, another one is under
Hmm.
agility. If you don't have them, I tell you what to do.
Okay, I have an athletic. I have 1 dot for athletic.
So you
So
use your might instead of agility.
okay, so I have 3 for might, so that would be 3d6s.
3d6s for might, 1d6 for the skill. So
Okay.
4d6s in total. You roll all of them. You keep the best of them, and you keep 1 die. If it's a 6, explode, and you can roll it again.
Hmm. Okay. I am trying to use my little dice roller and it's being a butt. One moment.
In the meantime, Miguel, did you found the word, the code word?
The phrase, yes, of course, because this is something that he would have, that was would have been basically if it was time to move. The phrase is, "Hey, do you know where home is? Over the waves and far away."
Okay.
Hmm.
So this sentence has been given to you, Craven, uh, to repeat to Manuela.
Okay, so for the roll, I got a 4, a 1, a 5, and a 5.
A 4, a 1, a 5, and a 5. So you keep the 5 because you only keep one dice. So
Okay.
you keep the 5, and do you have a bonus at the end of Myth? There is a little square with the bonus on it. +1, a +0, +2.
Okay, for might, no.
No, so it's a +0.
Okay, yep.
How many dots you say you have in Might?
Oop, let me pull that up again. 3.
3. So you still have, you definitely have a +1. So 3, so +1, so 5 +1, 6. 6. You try to put the uh, your tail in between before she slammed the door, but unfortunately not fast enough. The door is closed. But however, did you shout the code word, the code phrase, or not?
Hmm. Let's see. Well, I was gonna try to, if I could have done that, I was gonna try to stick my nose through after and just kind of slip that in there. But I'll probably just knock again and mumble it into the door. Be like,
Okay,
hey,
you knock again, and the woman just from the other side just shout, "Leave us! Go away!"
just go, all right, I'm out of here. But before I go, I just want to ask you, do y'all know where home is? Over the waves and far away. I'll be off then, I guess, and just start to very slowly and theatrically slither away.
Door open slightly. Sorry, what you said? I didn't hear it.
Well, I asked if you knew where home was. Over the waves and far away.
There is a moment of silence. The woman stared at you. Who are you?
I've been sent by, what was the captain's name again? My apologies.
Captain Alvida, but they told you the person that has been sending you is Miguel Zulfuro.
Oh, okay, okay. Uh, I've been sent by Miguel.
My Miguel? Oh,
I suppose so.
okay. You can come in. She just opened the door and let you in.
Thank you. I just kind of bow my head a little bit, slither in, try to like pull my pull the end of my tail kind of in so it doesn't get caught in the door. I have kind of a bad habit of letting that happen.
Mm-hmm. The moment you look back to make sure that your tail is not caught in the door, you you turn, everything is okay. She waits for you to get in, close the door. You turn, and in front of you there is this 8 years old little girl pointing at you, a little blade made of wood. Who are you? Why are you invading my home?
I just kind of look down and go, "Aw, I am a friend, little warrior, and we are going on an adventure."
Adventure! Yeah, I told you it was coming to get us. An adventure! And she just ran away. You don't know where. She just ran in another room, and the other brother just raises his nose from the book, look at you, shake his head, go back to his book.
I just kind
And
of glance. Oh, sorry.
yeah, in the meantime, the woman just give you a gesture to come in and start to sit up, set up the table.
Hmm. Um, as the one kid kind of skitters off in a random direction, I just kind of glance after them. I hope you're packing.
there is this from the other room. The woman just put a bowl in front of you and started to put one, two, and maybe she goes three nice portion of what it looks like meat stew.
Uh, so for the first time in the entire conversation, my eyes just kind of lose that weariness and just kind of light up at the sight of food.
It's
That right there's
nice.
a love language.
Yeah, there was is nice cut potato and meat that has been probably boiling for quite some times. And everything is covered with this very nice thick gravy.
I just give like a long sigh. That smells amazing. Thank you, friend. And I'm very sorry to kind of pop out of nowhere like this with something so abrupt. Just when you know, you're handed instructions that are kind of vague to go somewhere with people you don't know and give them news that's kind of startling. Like how do you handle that? I don't know how to handle that. I probably didn't do a great job, and I'm sorry, but we really should
She just gently put her hand on your shoulder. Everything okay. Eat before it get cold.
I
And
just was sorry.
she just staring gently at you. In the meantime, she put another couple of portion on the table for the children in those very small, tiny plates.
Before I take a bite, I glance around and smile. You have a nice place here.
It's small, but it's home.
It it feels like home. It feels comfortable. There's a lot of life here, and I appreciate that. And it would be hard to get up and leave somewhere as lovely as this under ideal circumstances, let alone abruptly with a stranger.
Mm. Miguel told me he will never get to use that sentence unless he was very, very serious about it. I was expecting him to say it, not someone that I don't know. And you say my boy sent you?
Technically an envelope, but yes.
Hmm. I need I need something more, don't you think?
I sigh again and just say, look, if I were in your position, I would too. I don't blame you. That said,
Hmm.
I've never been steered wrong by these instructions. You very clearly trust your son. We might want to take this seriously.
Hmm. Can I have a persuasion roll from you? And
Absolutely.
in the meantime, you're rolling. I'm asking the rest of the people at the table, do you want to say or interfere in this
Man.
scene now?
Ugh.
I'm just gonna say two things if that's okay. One is Rock has the expression of like, why are we watching other people eat? I'm getting hungry watching them eat. And I'll look at Hot Pot, who's making probably a very similar face. And then I'll look at Miguel and I'll whisper, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. He'll whisper, you should probably give encouragement here. And that's it. That's all he'll say.
Oh,
All
there's
right.
persuasion. Took me a minute to
Can I
find
help
it.
with the persuasion? Okay, I'm gonna try to. Can I say something?
Absolutely. That is the moment that I'm saying your action and what you suggesting. I'm going to ask you for something. Uh, you suggest something, you say something, you whisper something to Alvida, and that will make influence his role.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna out of character. So how does this interfering work? So I'm asking Alvita to do something for me,
Yes, you.
and
So you say, okay, I don't know, like Miguel will say, oh, tell him that my mom did this on my wedding day, or et cetera, to make it more trustworthy, or something like
yeah.
this. Alvida will use her connection to transfer this information to Craven. However, that will influence in a positive or negative way depending of how you roll, because I'm going to
Okay,
ask you also to roll something.
of course. Uh, talk to them about my hmm. What would help mom? I guess talk to at least to make you seem more trustworthy because you're trustworthy. Tell her about um how you're on an you are currently uh on an adventure with me on a and tell her that you drop my guess drop the name Rosaria. Uh, he seems very flustered. He's trying to seeing his family like he hasn't seen in so long. He's a little flustered. Trying
Mhm.
to so he's
Okay.
trying to get his thoughts together.
Can I
Talk.
can I can I say something in this moment? As I kind of see Miguel stuttering and stammering a little bit.
Hmm.
um, uh, I was just gonna whisper to Miguel and into the bowl. Um, Tell them something about the children.
Oh, tell
Their birthdays, their favorite toys.
oh talk about okay, talk about that time that we took a trip all the way to the library, and Lorenzo was able to actually read his first book, and then also Lucia decided that there weren't enough pictures in the book, so she took her charcoal and drew what she thought the what the book should have looked like. I remember that we couldn't go back with this time. He starts laughing. We're kind of reminiscing.
Great.
Gotta
Okay, I want Miguel to roll me a presence roll, while
yes.
Craven,
Hmm.
there is a weird feeling, something you never felt before. You feel like a hand on your shoulder, but it's not there. It's not physically there. You feel almost like the guidance of someone through your body, through your vision, almost like you see yourself saying and doing things.
Hmm.
So give me that precision roll, but there is maybe a bonus to add or a malus, depending of Miguel roll.
All right. So I have two. So two D6s, right? Just making sure I'm
Yeah.
doing this right. All
Plus your
right.
presence.
A three and a three.
So 3 on presence.
Oh, for
How much?
perf
Yes, please. On your character
oh
sheets, you have your
oh, presence is up.
one of your
Oh, these
traits.
things are sub thingies of those things. Okay.
Yes,
I got all mixed up. Okay, I have
that's
four for
okay.
presence.
Okay, so you are very charismatic.
Hmm.
Your presence is there. So 4, and you have 2 on persuasion. So 6 dice.
Okay,
You
try this again.
roll.
Wow, I rolled crappy. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3.
1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3. Okay, so you keep 2 of them. Your best one are a
Uh,
3 and a 2, I presume.
yep.
It will be 5. You add +2 on the roll because your presence is 4.
Okay, so
So 7. But thanks to the 18 that Miguel rolled, you add another 3 on the result. So that will make it
10?
10. And when you start to talk about this event, this trip at the library and etc., you're doing it with your voice. You know it. You talking, but you don't remember starting this conversation. It's almost like someone is guiding you for a moment, and that dissipate like it came. And the woman is looking at you like, "Are you know this? So you really did Miguel really told you this?"
I blink a couple times. I'm as surprised as you are, ma'am, but I suppose so. I guess.
We need to really to go. Okay, please finish your food. I hope you like it. I will help the children to pack. And she just kind of quickly, for her age, just to stand up and start to say, Lorenzo, Lucia, come on, we need to, yeah, grab that things. And they start to quickly put things in bags and etc. And Lucia is like, yeah, we're going to an adventure. And Lorenzo is looking at you. Like, hmm. There is a
What?
moment of like this child is knowing probably better than you do what's going on, but you're not sure. He has this stare as like almost like he knows a lot. You're not sure how much he knows, but he had that kind of vibe.
Hmm.
And he just leave and he just starts to put things in his backpack, mostly books.
I would have like paused with a spoon halfway towards my mouth while he was staring at me and just kind of stare back. Like, hi?
No answer. However, this moment of you know, you be by yourself and you guys seeing what's going on in the house give you also a moment of quietness in the meantime you actually enjoying this stew that is very delicious. I want everyone to roll me a perception roll.
Perception is under cunning.
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as you have the result you can post them, you can tell them out loud as you prefer. Okay, Miguel, you are quite focused on what's going on, your apprehension. You want to make sure that they are safe and etc. So you watching them packing, and in the even if you want to say things like, "Oh no, don't take that, please." Lorenzo, how many times you told you not to bring those books? It's like, why Lucia is putting just toys inside her backpack? No, that's not what. And you just you're so focused on your children right now that everything else is not important.
Um,
One of the 6 explode. Rock.
Okay.
We got 3 sixes, a 2 5 from Hotpot. Yes, so I don't know how much perception you have, but you keep 2 or 3 of them. Probably the 2 or 3 sixes, and if you have 3 in perception, 2 sixes explode. If you have 2 on perception, only 1 6 explode. And Jarvis,
Yeah, so 16 total.
6 in total. And Jarvis is okay.
I'm really hoping it's not an ambush. I'm really hoping that that is not what is going to happen in a second. I look over at the cauldron.
Okay. So please forgive me. I'm still getting used to things. So I have 4 little dots thingy for my cunning. So I rolled 4d6s.
Yes.
Keep the 2 highest.
How many dots do you have in perception, if you have any?
None in perception.
Okay, so in this case, because you are not proficient in the skill, you roll all your cunning, and you keep the highest and the lowest, unfortunately.
Okay. So a 5 and a 1. I do have a +2 in cunning in the little
You
box
had
thing.
that. You had that. Perfect.
Okay, so the 5 plus the 1, so that would be a 6. And I add the 2, so 8.
8. Perfect.
All right.
So
Thank you.
you are very focused on your stew. It's very nice. You know, there are children around packing things, a whole elderly woman just telling them what to do. In the meantime, she's getting stuff out of shelf and etc. They are packing quite as fast as they could. However, Jarvis and Rock, and also you, Hothpoth, the 3 of you noticed a shadow from one of the window.
Oh boy.
Can I speak?
Someone was just peeking inside,
Okay.
and he just left.
Since it's a reaction thing, I'll just be like, kind of like my first on the hand, I guess, on the buzzer, and I'll be like, "There's somebody there," like, because we can do the interference, so it'll be like somebody is watching from the window. That's all I'll say. Like, somebody's watching from the window.
Because of your combined
Right.
successes, your 8 in the perception roll jumped to a 16. And in the meantime you're eating, it was just unnatural, almost like you've been forced to do so. You turn your head and you look outside, and you don't see the shadow, but you perceive the movement. Someone was there until a moment ago. You know of it. What are you doing?
Hmm.
Can I jump in here? I'm gonna say, Craven, get outside. We may want to see who that was as fast as we can.
Okay, I will say you say this, but let me see what Craven does before your message reach out.
Sure.
Okay, my spoon would definitely like clatter back into the bowl, kind of dropping the soup everywhere. Like really caught off guard by that. Uh, I just kind of glance up, peer in the direction of the family shuffling around gathering their stuff. Um, you guys keep doing that quickly, very, very quickly. I'm gonna go outside for a moment. I'm just going to check on some things. Keep packing very quickly. I will be right back. And as I'm making my way to the door, I pause, wheel my head around one more time, and just kind of add to the end of that. Did I mention quickly? Because yeah, let's pack quickly. Okay, I'm going now. Going outside. Yep.
Okay. So, Jarvis, before you even start to think and start to say those things, you see Craven just standing up and almost talking to itself, but at the same time, you all hear what he's saying. It's almost like he's feeling that some entity is there. He started to catch up with his mind.
Hmm.
Craven, you open the door, and you, at the beginning, are seeing nothing except the streets of this, not very, kind of poor side of town. Uh, those buildings look almost the same. They're quickly builded. Most of them has, the classic Sarian look of, that terracotta with color with, very bright colorish tails and etc. And the area surrounding is those with palms and such like. And at the beginning, you don't see anything except those 6 guy at the end of the road coming towards you. They don't look Sarian. They maybe try to fit the scene, but they don't look. They belong to this place.
Hmm.
And they are coming down the street. You don't know their intention, but they are definitely out of place.
Hmm. Let me think for a moment.
Yes, of course.
So I think mumbling to myself under my breath, I'd be like, don't want to be racist, but kind of looking a little out of place there, buddy. Uh, huh. So I'm gonna start mumbling to myself a little bit about like, should we leave faster? Should we wait for them to leave? Should we try to not be seen? How are we gonna not be seen by them? Oh boy.
Mhm.
Hmm.
In the meantime, you're thinking about it. I'm going to jump back into you guys. And this is where I'm giving you the reign to describe me some stuff. What I'm asking you is, Miguel, there is a canteen in this, like a underground area in this building, or there is an escape route that you planned ahead, or anything that you guys will suggest to help Craven in this situation. Any one of you can suggest it, say, oh, there is this, and I will adjust
Okay.
it to this environment in a realistic way.
There was an escape route that he's planned ahead just in case if something ever happened. Um, this is, I imagine, all out of character. The houses, are they all on top of each other or are they spaced out?
You,
Because
it's your town, it's your
I
it's
imagine
your area. So you tell me.
it's not the not so nice part of town. There's a lot of broken down buildings because it's like all of these houses are all on top of each other, very narrow alleyways, many some empty buildings. Um, the If something was ever to happen, if they ever needed to head out, and it's not through the front door, it would be going through a couple of the other buildings and then down a number of winding paths, alleyways, and then hopefully, if they didn't have to, hopefully not like through like an underground, like not quite sewers, but kind of like underground passage, you understand. Like, you ever
Yeah,
been
no,
to
no,
like
of
a
course I get
huge
it.
city with like that's like
So I'm going to ask you one roll, and I'm also going to ask Rock another roll.
Okay.
From you, I need a navigation roll.
yes.
While from Rock, I will say, how are we gonna call this? Crafting. I want a crafting roll from you because
Okay. You were paying
Rock
attention
had
to the
a
chat.
very nice idea.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Okay.
I'm a crafting guy, but I'll do my best. Agility. No, I got lots of agility, just not crafting skill. There we go. So, I will ask if I could get that crit token if I do poorly.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
actually
will.
can I give it? Can I give you? Can I use my crit token right now?
Okay, so you can use a crit token to help a fellow player. You cannot use a crit token for yourself. So if
We can.
someone else want to,
We
because this is made to, sorry, out of game just for a moment above the table. This is
Yes.
made to help you guys each other out more
Mhm.
than, oh, I got more power. It's more like, oh, I got a way to help you guys. So
So
collaborate.
Miguel can help Rock, and I can help Miguel because I've actually got 3 crit
Well,
tokens right now.
I
So
would
we
like.
can also get a chance to use that team up kind of a thing. And Zeppo, if you want to throw something in here too, we can just continue to make it just that much bigger. What were we gonna say, Miguel?
You can
I was
only
gonna say
use
I would appreciate it if, because if not, the roll is 3.
Mm.
so you can already use 1 crit token on a fellow player, not multiple of them. So
Mhm,
just
mhm.
Okay.
do I roll my roll for crafting first?
yes, please.
Okay. I just wanted to
Alright.
know if you had to spend it before. Very important.
Yeah, I know
Actually,
you spend it before,
Right.
but please. Um,
all right. Sorry, I didn't want to be power gaming or anything like that. That's not what I was intending, by the way.
No, it's
no, no,
fine.
no.
It
So
just
Jarvis give you Miguel. Just Jarvis give you a critical token. So roll another dice, and if it's a 6, explode.
okay.
Okay. It went up by 1.
Okay, so you roll a 1. That's
Yes.
unfortunate. So
Unfortunate.
okay, this is your role that will influence what's going on there. The woman is so focused on Manuela is so focusing on packing things and etc., that at the moment she's not thinking about any route of escape or such like. So at the moment, this information unfortunately is not helpful. However, Rock, how was
Sure.
your?
My roll was because I'm unskilled. It was a 5 and a 2 because I have 4 dice,
Yeah.
and so that equals 3, right? Because we do. Oh no, we don't average. It's 7. So 7 plus my actual agility roll, 10 plus whatever the crit is.
So the critical token, you need to roll it.
Oh, it's a D6, right?
This
Yeah.
6, and you add that.
Okay, 12. It wasn't great, but it was it was extra.
Yeah, 12 actually. Craven, you notice something on the door. You're looking around, try to think of what to do, and on the door there is like a rope connected to something at the bottom that is now disappearing, and this rope is disappearing behind another into another room, and there is this like noose hanging down that can easily be connected to the handle.
Could you repeat that last part? My apologies.
It's okay.
Thank you.
This rope that is around the frame of the door, there is at the end of it, there is a noose, that
Hmm.
it can easily be connected to the handle of the door.
Hmm.
In the meantime, Jarvis, can I have that arcane roll from you? Because you are trying
Absolutely.
something there. I
Yes.
noticed. So,
I
do
was
any one of you want to give Jarvis a critical token before we proceed?
Will.
Hotpot will. Perfect.
so I want to use my charged spark, which is it says TN10 next to it.
Yeah.
So it causes fires an arc a 20-foot arc of lightning dealing 1d6 electric damage and forcing a TN10 endurance save, or the targets suffer disadvantage on next roll.
But
Um, so I don't know how you said there were six guys approaching the house. I don't know if they would necessarily take up a 10-foot, a 20-foot arc, but I'm hoping that I can lay it out right in front of them, or hitting as many of them as possible, um, as uh, as Craven was kind of looking at in their direction out the door.
but Kraven is back in right now, so he closed the door.
Mhm.
However, roll it, roll it that spell for me.
Okay, I just have to see exactly what it is. I haven't actually cast a spell yet. Okay, so I have one dot next to that,
Okay,
but
so you roll your wisdom with plus that dot.
okay, so I have three for wisdom plus the dot and then plus one to wisdom. So it's maybe
Yeah,
four.
and on top of that, because Hotpot give you a critical token, you add one extra d6 that can. So two of them, if they are six, can explode.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the four first, see how that goes, and then I'll do the last one on top of it, just
Perfect.
because that's how
But
I am.
if it's already there, if you already have two sixes, you can say this one is my critical token.
I I actually did roll two sixes.
See?
Um, yeah, yeah. Um,
So it's already
so
a crit. Bam.
yes.
Because you need a 10, you got a 12. Both of them explode, so please roll again.
Okay, so I'm rolling two more d6.
Yes. And you
So,
add those to the result.
so that's another five on top of that. So that would be 17, 18 would be my total roll. Do
Okay.
I get anything? Hold on a second. Do I get anything? I forget what I get because of the book. Um,
Yes, you got a plus one, if you remember.
Another is that so that's another plus one from the book. So that's a total of 19.
Yes, a total of 19. Unfortunately, a critical token that result in a crit doesn't generate another critical token. It
That,
will be, too much.
that's
Uh,
fine. That's fine. But
however,
I got to use
however,
magic.
yes, Craven, Craven.
Yo.
This invisible force that is pushing you make you grab the handle, and you feel this shock coming from your arm through the handle, and you see the entire dome get electrified, and you just remove your hand from the door, and you know it, even if the effect disappear for a second. That is a trap. Is a magical trap right there. You can just add also the news to the handle if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna do that. Gonna add the news to the handle while muttering, "There's just never a dull moment today."
Yes, yes, of course you can. And no, there is no uh, a dull moment. Yes. So you got a critical on the spell, Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks to your energy that you infuse into the ball, Craven got this power just for a millisecond.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Craven, the people in the house are going to be ready in few seconds.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, you didn't get the message of a way out. Where is this way out? But the scene is yours. What you do?
All right. So I just kind of glance at the door, looking at my apparent handiwork, and just mumble to myself again, because I'm just in a habit of mumbling to myself. He spends way too much time alone. So probably don't want to go through that.
Mm-hmm.
So I glance around to the family and just say, "So, front door is not looking like a great time. Uh, how would we get out of here if we wanted to be, kind of sneaky about it and kind of really fast? We got a plan, right?
Give me a second, because now I'm going to roll. Okay. Okay, good. Hmm.
And I just kind of add to that. It seems like you guys kind of have plans in place for a lot of these things with the code words and the stuff. So please
And
tell
you
me I'll have a
see the
plan.
old woman just grabbing one of those very nice, just like kitchen knife, quite big, and without missing a bit, he gave it to Lucia, the little child. And Lucia just smile and she grabs at what it looks like a little ship with wheels, and she put the knife in a specific position in order so the sail hold the knife like this,
Hmm.
pointing up, and she pointed in front of the door. And you just see these bright eyes of this child, like mannequin, just making sure that a trap is ready. And the woman just said, "Only this time." And she grabs both of her child's hands and she leads you towards the kitchen. Sorry, guys, towards the kitchen, and she just say, "Help me with this," and she tried to push a small cupboard.
Hmm.
Are you helping?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, with the two of you, you just push the cupboard on the side, and behind it, there is a hole in the wall. And the woman just fit in there, the children goes as well, and this lead to what looks like a handmade tunnel that leave immediately just in the rear garden.
You have a very interesting home, ma'am.
The problem is a little bit tight for you. So can I have agility, athletic, or acrobatic roll from you?
All right, let's do it. Uh,
And we
I
are
have more
able to
athletic.
announce helping with a critical after we see the roll.
No, you need to tell it first.
Okay. Um, do you have a
They
pretty
need
you,
to
you
have a
ha
little bit of uncertainty.
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
I feel like you had a pretty good number of dice on this the last time, right?
let's see. It's either athletic or acrobatics, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So athletics would be under might.
Hmm.
I have more athletic than acrobatic. Like I have a 0 for acrobatic, but I have more agility than might, which
So
would make more sense.
you need to choose. It's up to you. The thing is, or you pushing towards, like you try to push your body into it and get on the other side using your strength, your might, or you try to slither in a more agile way.
Hmm.
I will give you
Thank
a
you.
crit dice. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to try to slither.
Okay, so in this case, you it's almost like you immediately get 1 dot in acrobatic because at that point you roll 1 dice thanks to the crit plus your agility, so 5 in total.
All right.
And if you have a 6, that explode.
I got 1 6.
So you immediately have a 6. Now you roll again and you add the next number to that 6.
So I roll another 1 die.
Yeah.
Okay. One sec. Let me just copy these so I don't lose them when I roll another one. It's like the
Now you
3.
just keep in mind you roll a 6. You add 1 die, roll again.
Okay. I got another 6. Shit.
Great. So double 6, 12. Plus you have 4 on agility, so it's a +2. And there you go. You got 14 on the dice. So even if it's a tight space, use your snake kind of coiled body just to slither into the space and get on the other side. And quickly, without making too much of a noise, you get back, you get out, you are into the to the garden. And as soon as you're doing it, the woman and the 2 children push something that look like a wheelbarrow on top of this exit, hiding it and asking you to help. They try to put also to drag a massive bag of rocks and stuff in front of the wheelbarrow. So it will need someone to push on the other side in order to get out.
Hmm. I would
And
absolutely help them with that.
great. And because you're helping, I'm not going to ask you again to roll. I'm rolling for them. Oh, that's very good. I got 4 sixes
Oh
on
shit.
this roll. So thanks to the 2 children and you and etc., you put this bag in a position. You get the wheelbarrow just stuck in that position. So it will take maybe a couple of people just to push it out down. And you start to not run because still an elderly woman. Just move faster towards the end of the garden and behind a couple of buildings. In all of this, you guys seen the scene, and almost for a second, the scene seems to leave. Almost like you got a sky kind of visual. I need all of you, except for you, Craven, to roll me a wisdom check. The difficulty is 10.
While y'all are doing that, um,
Yes, please.
I think I would ask the elderly woman, if she might be a little bit more comfortable like riding on my back for this one. Running doesn't look like it's super comfortable.
We have a success from Miguel, and she got a little bit flustered when you say this, like running a young man back. But she okay, okay, and try to not let me fall. And she just tried to sit on your back. It's not the most comfortable way to travel, but you are a little bit faster than her.
Might need those knees later. I don't even have them, so I don't got to worry about that.
Another success from Jarvis. Hot pot. Oh, 6 don't explode. Sorry, on trait check, they don't explode. They just come as they are.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I got a 6, a 3, and then I get a +2 for wisdom. So
Perfect.
that's 11.
11. We have another success from you, and unfortunately, a failure from Rock. Rock. Just for a second, the bowl that you're holding feels like a little bit hot, warm, too warm, and you don't leave your hand, no, nothing like this, but you start to see, all of you, that on the side of her temple there is a little bit of blood coming down on Halvida's cheek. However, the visual go back to following the family. But in that moment where you guys were seeing the area from the outside, the top, almost like the sky bird viewing of it, you see this guy just knocking at the door, And the moment he does the first knock, there is this zap, and he just being pushed away like 30 feet away from the door, where just any like this electroshock that literally burn his arm and part of his face, and he just tumble on the ground, and the rest of the guy just like scared because they didn't expect that. And they look at the door and one of them just go towards the door and smash it. But you don't got to see what's gonna happen next because you're back on the family. And you guys are running through the street, and I need one last series of roll before we close on this scene. Every one of you participated in some kind of way, giving token, etc. I want to hear hot pot idea of how they easily going from there to reach the harbor and get on the ship.
Is it just hot pot, or can we
Just
all?
hot pot, because
Okay.
every one of you had your moment. Hot pot
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. I got you.
If you want a little bit of time thinking about it, I will ask
How
Craven something. But please.
how far do they have to go to get to the harbor?
It's probably a mile and a half.
There's no way of me like wearing the cloak and somehow like projecting its energy to them so they can sort of bend light and shadow to sort of like disappear from view from other people.
Okay, not disappearing, but definitely be much more stealthy. Yes. Yes. I love that. I will ask you a stealth roll. You activate the energy of the cloak. So you add +6 on your roll. In the meantime, Craven, what's your idea for escaping this scene?
Oh, good question. Hmm. It's night, right? Evening-ish?
I will say, yeah, I will say evening. Evening. Yeah.
Hmm.
The I'm thinking about time zone and such like. You are at least 1 hour ahead of the rest of the team in terms of time zone. So yes, I will say that for them is late afternoon. For you is beginning of the evening.
Okay. We wouldn't have much darkness though, would we? Yet?
No, I will say that the sun is still on, but is low on the horizon.
Hmm. Okay. Because where I was going with that was thinking that my dark scales might be helpful if they kind of if the kids sort of stuck close to me and hid under my coils, but we don't quite have that. Um, hmm. I don't have anything particularly clever in mind other than just trying to be as quiet as we possibly can, maybe
Hmm,
keeping a real close handle on the kids.
okay, so I will ask you something. Okay,
Shoot.
do you prefer something like deception or something like stealth?
Hmm.
You are moving at a nice pace, but try not to you know put too much attention on the fact that you have as like two children plus an elderly woman on your shoulder, or you actually try to stealthily move from one point to another, try not to not don't catch attention.
Well, deception is kind of my shtick.
Okay, so you move, but it's like, oh, guys, nothing to see here. It's like, oh, we are going at the church, something like this. You just, if someone is looking at you, they don't pay. You try to dissimulate and try to make sure that they don't pay too much attention.
Hmm. Yeah, totally normal. Totally normal family outing. Yeah.
To answer your question, Jarvis, that is a little bit more your natural things, while hot pot is more like a magical item that is being infused in this.
Sure,
I will
sure,
say this. I will
sure.
say this.
It's too physical to really apply it into this situation. That's fine.
Yeah, it's very physical because it's
Mhm.
literally your skin that can change color.
Oh, okay, okay. I, not having gotten to use it yet. I didn't know exactly how that.
Yes, it's
Okay,
a
okay.
chromatophore. Yes, they are literally just pigment that is embedded in your skin that can change.
Like a chameleon, like a
Like a
lizard that
chameleon.
can. Got it,
Chameleon,
got it, got
octopus, those kind of animal, they have that.
it. Okay.
Um, um, yes, he chose to be pale. Yeah, exactly. uh,
No,
he can change his color. The thing is, it's not forever.
I'm
um,
just learning that too. But yeah, no,
yeah,
he is white by nature.
by nature, yes. However, going back to what's going on there, we have uh 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 6 from Hotpot from his stealth. And how much do we have for deception on Craven?
Deception. I got 2 dots in deception, but my presence has 4 dots.
So you roll 6 dice, keep 2, the 2 best. If there is a 6, explode.
All right.
So you're
Um,
good at deception. This is your jam.
I got 1 6. Let's see. It's got 4 4 2 5 6
That's a very
1.
good question, Hotpot. We'll see as soon as the scene end. For the people that are watching, Hotpot just asked, is Alvida okay? Ah.
Okay, so I keep my 2 best,
Mhm.
include
Including the 6, of course.
including the 6. So 6 and a 5 are my best, and I roll another one for the 6, right?
Perfect. So 11 is your base.
All right.
Plus your presence give you a +2 or +3, depending of the
Uh,
bonus that's written on your
plus
character.
3.
+3, great, because you have a
And
bonus on presence, Gary.
all right, and I got a 5 on that explodey dice.
So that is a natural critical. That you take your first critical token of the game.
Oh, sweet.
So, uh, okay, very interesting there. Because at that critical token, we had the bonus of a +3 given by Hotpot. Because even if you are, try to deceive your way out of this situation, walking through the street and etc., it's almost feel like you know exactly where the shadow are a little bit longer. You know exactly where to move to make sure that whoever is running behind you don't see you as soon as you turn that corner. It feels natural. It's almost like feel like someone is pushing.
Hmm.
And after this run where you are just catching up your breath because this has been quite daunting on you and getting there as fast as you could, you get in front of the ship, and this is the ship where you're supposed to catch, and you got already the ticket, everything was ready for you, but just for you. And when you need to, pay for the ticket, make sure that Manuela, Lucia, Lorenzo goes on board, the guy doesn't seem to care too much. He's just write names. You can give their names or very fake names. That's up to you.
I'd probably go for fake names.
And he wrote down, and you just put it in the ledger. Take some of the money that Manuela will pay. This is expenses for the travel in case of necessity. And you got on board. You still wait for almost an hour before you leave. And for all that time, you're watching the harbor, looking for the people you saw. The children are already in the cabin with the woman. And you feel like the tension and everything doesn't go away. And before I close this, I want to ask the rest of the player, are you stay with Craven until the very last minute, or you let the ritual conclude?
I think Rock, being the person that is very rationally sees Alvida is taking damage, literally bleeding. He'll be like, "No, we should probably end this as soon as we can." He'll whisper that. He'll be like, "No, she looks unwell."
Miguel, you are the one that is going to,
Like,
bend the needle in one way or another. So before you, I will ask you to be the last one to talk.
Okay.
Otpot want to stay. Jarvis, what are you saying?
I would be willing to stay and also use a spell, see if I could use a spell to actually help Alvida.
How you want to help Alvida? Because in this case, it's stealth is not going to help her.
No, not the stealth, but I have calming wave, so it actually helps
spell.
to.
Sorry.
Yes, spell. Yeah,
a spell.
okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
And
before you do that,
yep.
Miguel, stay or leaving?
He needs to see what happens. He knows that the captain isn't doing well, but at the same time he needs to know. He needs to see to the very end. So he's gonna stay.
Okay. So we have two spells going on right now to help the captain. One is soothing wounds from a hot pot, and the other one is
What is it? Calming wave.
calming waves from Jarvis. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys know how to roll your spell. It's the same. In this case, both wisdom plus the dot you have on the spell.
Mm-hmm.
And it works as a skill, as a normal skill. So you both influence the energy of this ritual with your energy. So in a part of you is like, oh, I want to help the captain, but the other part of your mind is like, I will disrupt the spell? Did I will disrupt the ritual casting and pushing my energy into this? But you already decided, so you go.
All right.
In the meantime, Craven,
Yo.
you see a couple of them. One of them has a wound on his eye, then he's holding like this, and he's bleeding on the side, and he's like talking with another guy that is just, you don't hear them, but there's definitely some not very nice interaction between them, and by the movement of their mouth is probably like, find them, find the fucking something like on this line, just by gesture movement, the way that is being let's say, express. But they don't seem to look at you because they are looking for children and an elderly woman. They never saw you.
Hmm.
They don't know you. So, in the meantime, you're thinking about what you're doing. I want those magical spell from my players.
So I rolled a 6 and a 4. Does a 6 explode?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So I rolled a 6, a 4, and then a 5. So that's 15 plus 1. Plus 2 from the book because of the book. So that's a 17.
Okay, how
Um,
much was the target number of that?
would you say 12?
No, no, you
Oh,
say
oh,
12
oh.
on
In
the
the spell itself, yeah, the TN, sorry, the TN is a 12.
10 is a 12, so you roll a 17.
Hold on, let me just double check that. Oh, sorry, it's actually called soothing. No, it's the TN is a 9.
So 9. Okay,
Yeah.
so 17 is 9 times that number. You know, 9
Mhm.
on top of that number. So that's a crit. So you take another critical token thanks to your spell.
16.
That is calming emotion. And tell us what's happened to Craven.
So
Now, Alvida is a conduit. What
mhm.
goes to her, reach Craven.
Okay, all right.
Knew it.
Um,
Knew
so
it.
so obviously I'm trying to push this into Elvita to help just de-stress her body. So as it comes into Craven, Craven just kind of falls into this state of that zone that somebody who's playing sports falls into, where they just begin moving without even he almost stops thinking to some degree. Not to take that away from you, but you just start acting on instinct. The things that you're doing are so normal, that stealth, that charisma, those things that you do naturally are so much more natural that you're not even thinking about it as you move through those moments and deal with that situation.
And Craven, you also feel like, yeah, everything will be all right. That's, you are zoning out. You're kind of zen at this moment. Yeah, they don't know me. They don't know where we go. We are going to be all right. Hotpot, how much was their roll from you?
So okay, so I've got 2 dots on soothe wounds. So I roll two d6. I rolled
Plus your wisdom, of course.
plus my wisdom. Oh, so what I also roll for the dots for wisdom?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I
It's
just roll.
almost like your spell works like skills. The difference is spells are feedbacks if they fail, while skill have more role play feedback if they
Okay.
fail.
Okay, so I rolled 2 5s,
hmm
a 4, 2 3s, and a 2.
2 5 4. Okay, so you keep probably you keep the 2 5, so it's a 10
Yes.
plus
Plus,
your bonus on wisdom.
yep, so that's the 12.
Okay, so it's a 12. And how much was the target number on the spell, if you don't mind checking?
5.
So we got another crit on you. Perfect, because you double +2 the roll. Great. I'm going to tell you this, Craven.
Yo.
You know that fatigue you felt the moment that you are like, oh, I don't want to do this, and etc., all of a sudden, everything is chill, everything is good, and you feel like amazing. You feel like, oh, that's great. Probably is the thing that little bit of stew that I eat, it works magic. You feel like,
The edibles kicked in.
yeah. And but I also want to say this to my player, because you both crit. Part of what you're doing is actually helping Alvida. I didn't forget about that, because that was your primal role. That was your primal goal, and you wanted to help your captain. Of course, it doesn't stop the bleeding. Of course, it's not going to feel like, oh, she's now great and etc. But you also notice that her cheeks a little bit more rose. There's a little bit more energy, and her stiff body seems a little bit more calm. Not completely out of it, but definitely. And the situation, it seems to almost calm for all of you the moment where the ship start to move, leaving the harbor one bit at a time, leaving the danger behind. And at that point, Kuan take the scene, and with a swift movement, all the candles are being get off from him, just quickly. And the captain all on the side. All of you now have a little bit of exhaustion. All the energy that you gave make you feel a little bit numb. But you know that thanks to you, and thanks to the captain, and also, of course, thanks to Craven, the family is safe.
Rock, just go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
We did it.
I just yawned. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go lay down. I don't like this magic stuff very much.
Miguel lets out a sigh of a breath he didn't even know he was holding the whole time.
And you guys seeing very gently Juan lifting Alvida, almost like she's weightless. The captain is out. Her eyes are white, back into her skull. Her snakes are dropping on the side and etc. And Kuan just gently put her on the bed, close her eye, and turn to you. Out. Not in a, not in a rude way, but just asking you to get out.
I bow my head and
Jarvis. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you first.
Jarvis gets to his knees and just slowly pushes himself up, like just physically and mentally exhausted, having cast several spells in that short period of time, and just expended a lot of energy, and but looks around to everybody with a smile, and then looks to Miguel, says, "I'll be taking that. I'll be collecting on my debt, maybe tomorrow though. Glad your family's safe." And he walks out of the room, slowly and not sturdily at all, kind of bumping into the door and the wall across the hall, and just starts making his way, not even toward his room, just the wrong direction, just wandering.
Kuan stay a little bit behind. You see him attacking, the captain in a way that she's comfortable on the bed. But after a couple of minutes, he's probably going to leave her resting as well. And you guys are now on the deck of the ship. You see the sun started to go low on the horizon. And the wind is still pushing, and night will come very soon. You will get your rest. However, this sea is not called the Mist Sea without a reason. There is a kind of a thick fog surrounding the area. And while holding the rail just to give yourself a little bit of steadiness, a creature that looks like a bird just flopping around just land on the rail close to one of you. Who wants to be the closest one?
I will. I feel like I might have been the first one out anyway, so.
It's a weird thing. This look like almost like a pterodactyl, with a long beak.
Mm-hmm.
This not scaly but very leathery surface, and the rest of the head is kind of feathery, just like almost like a poof.
Mm-hmm.
When I just draw things away, just a poof on the back of his head. And the weird things is like you expecting the wings to be on the top part, while he's like kind of crawling on with those short arm, and those big wings are inverted and part of the back of his body.
Mm.
And he turns his head, a look at you in a couple of moments, and it just squawk.
Jarvis kind of gets down low and just looks at the thing kind of bleary eyed, and his head kind of goes back and forth, mimicking the bird, and he just kind of goes, ah, back at it, kind of mimicking the squawk, and stares at it. What do you want?
And the bird, in your voice, said, "What do you want?"
Mm.
And at that point, I'm asking you to roll me a wisdom check.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're here, you probably know what I want. My wisdom is 3, right? Come on. 3 plus 1. Oh. 2, a 6, and a 5. So 6 and a 5. So that's 12.
Great. You look at it and you feel like, yeah, I just want to go out for a swim. And just shake your head. No, I don't want to go out for a swim. We are in the middle of the ocean. What the heck I'm thinking? And you realize that thing is not just one, but there is another one there, another one there, and there is probably around 12 of them on the mast.
Hmm. So you're saying that I'm thinking that I want to go for a swim, but because I saved
Yeah.
with the wisdom, I know that that's not a great idea. Honestly, this is something that I kind of wanted to do anyway, was to
Mm-hmm.
go for a swim. Like, I wanted this to happen. So Jarvis is like, no, that's not a good idea. But he realizes that he's left home a couple of years ago, and he used to swim as a child in fresh water in the summertime in the mountains, and and so he knows how to swim. But he realizes in this moment he has never gone swimming in the ocean,
Ocean.
and he recognizes its call. And maybe this isn't the time and the place to do it, but he kind of almost can't help himself. But he's gonna stop and what's the point of it to the bird? What's the point of that right now? Why?
And you're thinking all of this and etc. And you also feel like all those weird kind of inverted bird are looking at you, and the rest of you guys have started to notice them. And they are almost like flapping down from the mist, just hanging in there and watching. And all of them started to squawk and repeat the call left and right. And one of the other sailor on board just look around in panic and just shout, "Pseudo sirens. Oh, fuck." And we are going to close the session for tonight.
Hmm. What kind of sirens?
Pseudo siren. A siren
Yeah.
is, you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's not a mermaid. It's a bird-like creature with woman that looks like a woman. Kind of what a harpy is considered nowadays, but the original Greek myth will see this human woman form of a bird that will lure the sailor to eat them. And you got just a flock of pseudo siren on your ship.
Lovely.
So
Lovely.
we're opening up next session with combat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, guys, we're gonna sing Kumbaya to all of the sirens in like harmony. It's gonna be great.
And it will be great, and you will just jump off the rail.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's go for a swim.
Just overboard, and will be eaten alive by the
You guys are having
pseudo-siren.
this.
That
You guys are
sounds
having this
great.
conversation. He's like, Rock is cranking up a crossbow in the background.
Yeah.
Come out, devour them.
Oh yeah, so you can just try to capture and devour them. Yeah, it's a we'll see situation. Next session. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Yeah.
great night.
You too.